Welcome everyone to another episode of Mario Kart Tour. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I'll be unpacking the Piranha Plant Tour. This is so exciting. Petey Piranha makes his debut in Mario Kart Tour, originally from Mario Kart Double Dash. It looks like we have a 137 megabyte update here, which is pretty big for a new tour. So let's see what's under the hood with that. And there he is, fantastic. And also you have classic Mario with the new Streamliner kart, but it's all about Petey Piranha in this tour. And it's so beautiful that he joins the game alongside Piranha Plant Slide. Got that beautiful, vibrant facelift to the course, originally from Mario Kart 7. And there we have it, Sky Garden T, as well as, was that Choco Island? It was in ranked. So let's just go right into it. The Piranha Plant Tour has begun. Collect grand stars as you race through 4 city courses. Did I read that right? And see if you can complete all of the cups. There weren't any city courses in ranked mode for this week. Is that just a copy and paste fail, or are they really just plunking us on the back end of this tour with city courses? We'll have to see. The Coins Aplenty event will be held on Tuesdays and Saturdays this tour. So let's see, the Mii Boost is still in effect, as well as Dry Bowser being a tour gift for Gold Pass. Alright, change to this tour. The effect that a glider has on increasing the amount of bonus points you get for using an item will be applied to more items. Oh, this will be fascinating. The effect that the glider has on increasing the amount of bonus points you get for using an item will now be applied to items that appear when a driver uses their special skill. So this is something that we had talked about from the data mining discoveries, was that if you have a banana plus glider, it wasn't increasing the bonus points for a giant banana. That seems like it will be in effect now, as well as, for example, like the Lucky 7, right? It wasn't getting bonus points from a Bob-omb Plus glider, a Mushroom glider, a Blooper glider, etc. That appears to be in effect, and yeah, we see that here. Lucky 7 is on the list, as well as Giant Banana. Triple Banana will be very nice. That's a slight little buff to the Kongs. We like to see that. But it's really a buff to a number of things. I don't think it's going to be a significant change in how we perceive the rankings of things, since it will likely be an equitable shift upwards for all of those things. I think it's just perhaps a method to bring about more balancing between, you know, the coin box and boomerang versus everything else. Isn't that kind of the way things have been, right? We saw that the Petey Piranha Mii racing suit has the boomerang special skill. Will Petey Piranha himself have boomerang? And then there's concerns with oversaturation. We'll talk about that as we unpack this further. But let's continue on. This will also affect items held by opponents if your glider's special skill is Mushroom Plus. If an opponent drops a mushroom after lightning was used, or a mushroom is shot out of an opponent's mushroom cannon, picking up a mushroom will result in increased bonus points. That's really cool, and I'd imagine that also, since mushrooms can come out of a few things, such as the crates on Airship Fortress. Yeah, it says that right there in the notes, items that appear on the course, but it does not apply to coins, which makes sense because coins are prolific on each of the courses. And this also applies to plus versions of special skills, so that's fantastic. So here we go. Petey Piranha will be in the ranked rewards, so that's pretty cool. There's always a debate going around. Will it be in ranked mode and will it be in the Mii Racing Suit shop? Well, I guess they're trying to incentivize their players to pull on the pipe. I really don't know how necessary that is, because Petey Piranha is definitely one that's worthy of pipe pulls, right? Especially, I heard you folks loud and clear, you want to see the pipe pulls for that. So that's probably why you're here, and we'll go into that. All good things take time, isn't that right? So that's the case, but I guess what they're trying to do here, if I had to read the tea leaves, And what the logic is behind that is they're trying to maximize the amount of pipe pulls that can be generated from that week 1 pipe to within their internal analytics and their data to really provide that positive return value and perhaps justify additional characters being brought to the game. Petey Piranha, of course, was the #1 finishing character in the Character Madness tournament held over on KartLife's server. It was so much fun last fall. Defeated Cranky Kong, who has had no appearances in Mario Kart. So that would be an original character, like a true blood original character. He's got next. Let's hope so, right, folks? All right, so here we go. There's the gifts. Ooh, they put a normal in the Gold Pass gifts. Oh, tell me in the comments, how much did that trigger you seeing this normal in the Gold Pass gifts? Wow, that is shocking. I don't know if I've ever seen that. If that probably predates either my playing or paying attention to this, but I really don't think I've seen a normal in the Gold Pass gifts. That is really reaching low, and I'm sure a lot of you will have something to say about that. Anyway, the badge looks fantastic. Good luck to everyone going for All Cup ranking this time around, and I'd imagine all the rest of that is the same. So here we go. It looks like the tokens will be scattered on the course, should be easier to pick up. Especially if Petey Piranha has the boomerang special skill, so that set looks pretty nice. Definitely more interested in the cart than in the glider. But let's just go right to Petey and see. He does have the boomerang flower. So once we saw that the Mii racing suit had that special skill, it seemed like a foregone conclusion for the most part that the character would also have boomerang. I was putting aside, maybe 5% chance to see Lucky 7 in terms of breaking precedent there, but that fits along with the expectations that most of us had set forth there. And the starting value, 9 tracks, pretty standard. It starts off with Piranha Plant Slide N and R. N just means it's the normal variant, which isn't designated with an N, of course, in the thumbnail image provided in the game itself. And what's interesting is that the level unlocks don't give it access to Piranha Plant Slide T. That's really kind of unfortunate, really. I'm really surprised by that, quite honestly. That's something that has become standard place in Mario Kart Tour, and they haven't done it in 100% of situations, but given that is the character's namesake for the course, I'm a bit surprised to see that. So we'll have to see which of these courses is in week 2's ranked mode, and then go from there on that. But certainly, let's talk a little bit about the special skill and the saturation of that. I know a lot of players, particularly meta-driven players, but even players who perhaps are anti-meta or however classification they would consider themselves in that regard, niche player or fan favorite character. There's all kinds of different terminology that can be used there. Have been also tired of seeing these elite plus skills being generated tour in and tour out. So it's kind of placing fatigue on various outlets. But one thing I do have to say is if you are new to Mario Kart Tour, it's fantastic that this has this wonderful special skill. So you will get a very early taste for all the great things that Mario Kart Tour has to offer. And just keep in mind that because Nintendo is providing this steady dose of this oversaturation, I would strongly recommend the players out there find a secondary criteria for which they pull on these items, and it could be arranged in a number of different ways. And the reason for that is because the kind of value that each of these presents is featuring reduced amount of unique course coverage as a result of just the blanketed coverage that we see, particularly on the newer courses, right? Like Coconut Mall has now 4 drivers with elite special skills, 5 if you consider the triple bananas of the Chef Mii racing suit. And it's been that way for a lot of these brand new courses. And if you're someone that says, I must pull for all of these plus skill drivers, It's going to put an enormous strain on your budget, both in terms of real world currency, but also if you maintain a tight budget with that, with regards to the game, surely you've reached a situation now where you can't obtain each and every one of these unless your luck is just outrageous, which I hope is the case for many of you out there, but realistically speaking, that's going to be very limited, especially as time goes on and more of these come out. So by secondary criteria, I mean, you can look at them from a value standpoint, right? Like cross-referencing this starting value to that of the other elite special skills that you're invested into or top drivers on your account to see what percentage of these courses are unique to other drivers already in your inventory, of course. And this is the case where we often see in the dialogue from Mario Kart Tour, drivers are perceived through different lenses of different players. So, you know, some players out there, you might be one of them, might say like, oh, this new driver I pulled on and leveled up is incredible. It's amazing for my coverage. I'm having so much fun for that. That's the positive side, right? And then you might hear the negative side for the same exact driver, and somebody might say, oh, it has trash buffs, or it's no good, something like that. And it's all perceived through these different lenses. And as is the case, you know, for someone where this item might not be as good for them, is a case where they already have coverage on these courses, and likely with plus skills, or however they approach the game in an optimal fashion. But if these things are amazing to you, you perhaps have a more limited selection, and you specifically target these things to be more efficient and to have an optimal approach to things. And that's a way for you to continue to compete on a budget. And so that's one way to parse this out. And then an additional way is like, okay, if all of these things have plus skills, then perhaps going on the ones that suit your interest, right? Petey Piranha might be one of your favorite characters in the Mario universe. Then by all means, go and have fun in pulling on this pipe. I wish you good luck. Hopefully you get Petey Piranha without having to go too deep. You know, as is the case the last tour in Bangkok, we had the Daisy with Coinbox, right? It was her first Coinbox driver. And for fans of that character, that gives them entry now into that stratosphere of the meta. So, but again, you know, these aren't ones that we have to always be pulling for. So just keep alternative strategies in mind as you continue to expand and flesh out what you're already doing in the game. Of course, I never tell you how to play. I just present ideas for understanding and broadening your outlook for the entire Mario Kart Tour itself. So Jump Boost Plus on the Piranha pipe, that is really cool. Considering like Mario would jump out of the pipe, so fantastic. This one does start off with Piranha Plant Slide T, but it requires a level 8 unlock. That is ruthless. Starts off with 9 courses and quite a bit of overlap here. We see that it has the Bowser's Castles. There's a lot of good carts on those courses. So where that fits into the overall cart metagame is going to depend on where this value is completely fleshed out at. Obviously, having Jump Boost Plus is an advantage. We'll have to see what the size of the hitbox is on the cart, but most importantly, it's all of this, right? It's the kind of course value that it's going to obtain, and items in the 3rd year of the game. I've been calling it a renaissance, and you might have noticed that I don't put out as many of these clear and decisive value alerts. And the reason for that, and why I call it the renaissance, is because what they've done is they've reverted back to a model that's reminiscent and nearly identical to what we saw in year 1 of the game, where these items come out and they are seasonally favored right at the very beginning. What we were seeing in year 2 of the game was a lot of items were being backfilled into year 1 courses, and their overall course coverage was surging as a result of that. And now that there is this greater dilution of items that is being brought in, not just through the pipes, but also through the packs too. Keep that in mind as well. We've seen a fewer amount of these selections actually reaching the stratosphere in terms of value. So what I would strongly recommend is let's see how long the Mario Kart Tour devs can maintain this feverish rate that they're bringing in these new retro courses. Perhaps year 4 could look a little bit like year 2, and at which point, if you are methodical and patient, and hold on to your resources and acquire the items then that are going to be backfilling these year 3 courses, and you can really surge in terms of the ROI, which is the return on investment you're going to get for your resources you're spending to obtain items that fill all of these courses. As is the case now, they're placing a huge demand on players to pull on just about every one of these pipes in order to cover all of the recent courses that have been brought in. It's very deliberate on the point of Nintendo, so just be careful of that. I do want to bring that to your attention. Now we have Banana Plus for the Piranha Plant balloons, and still starting value is 9, and just like the other ones, it's missing one of the Piranha Plant tracks, so both the cart and the balloons here are missing out on the R variant, which likely isn't in ranked mode. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at the rest of the shops. Let's see, we have the Dark Hot Rod is back, so that's for a $3.99 pack. Didn't really pan out much in terms of value on that, not as much as a lot of players were hoping for. We see the Tanuki cart is in, oh my goodness, they are putting a premium on the Tanuki cart. That's not too good for a vast majority of you. I'm sure a lot of you will find that to be a very aggressive move on their part. They're just giving red point boost tickets in addition to the Tanuki cart for $40. And we have this, the 8-bit 1-up mushroom pack. So $19.99 on this pack for US dollars for the currency. So that might be adjusted depending upon what your currency is. The starting value on this is 9 courses. So nothing sensational, but we know the pack item value carries with it a lot of weight. We've seen it with essentially all of the other 8-bit mushroom, or rather 8-bit gliders, but in particular the 8-bit super mushroom is in the stratosphere in terms of value. This could get there, but we will have to wait and see. That's definitely a good pack to consider purchasing if if buying packs is something that you typically do. And then we have also this Fire Rosa pack with the Magic Parasol, which are 2 kind of solid items, but the value of those is more in the past. Is there anything else we need to go over? It looks like that is not the case. So let's check out the shops, see what is going on here. Nothing new in the Me Racing shop, so that means that all of them are going to be 100 rubies. Just a bunch of supers. That is a little bit jarring to see. And we have the high-end driver ticket. That is so good because I actually let slip a high-end driver ticket and a high-end cart ticket in my tier shop last week. I fired a few extra token shop pipes at the end of the tour, and they were all item tickets, and I was very displeased by that, and I said, nope, I'm going into resource conservation mode. Immediately rewarded with that choice, and now I didn't waste an extra 3K. So that will be high-end driver ticket number 65. Ooh, we have the, see, oh, look, they're trying to sell me on one of these again. I don't think so. I do not think so, folks. But there's the Cat Cruiser. I don't have this. This is good for multiplayer. I might pick that up just for multiplayer alone. But again, I don't make rash decisions on that. That can be done at any time. But otherwise, this tier shop is kind of a stinker. In general speaking, obviously, a lot of players out there would love to have the driver ticket. All right, let's go into ranked mode now. So let's see what the loadouts are and what you're likely to have. Do you need to pull for ranked mode? That's something I never recommend doing, but I know some players out there probably still do it. Wow, so we have the silver Me Racing suit. Now, is this a buff or is this a middle shelf for the Me Cup? So this is a middle shelf buff for the Me Cup, and they are really continuing to pile on the value to just the silver and the gold suit for the most part. The other ones that you purchase in the Me Racing Suit shop are largely dependent on its initial value, and then after that they've really been suffocated. But I always have to draw emphasis to this. The long term on these is going to be reduced even relative to that of Coinbox. That doesn't mean that they're not worth investing into overall, but you have to be on the very heavy side of pay to win to really, make these moves pay off for you in the long run. Otherwise, you're looking for greater returning options for a larger number of courses overall. And otherwise, we're looking at all of the same options that have been here. We have Pink Ninja, which is good to see for all the Pink Ninja fans out there. Picked up 2 courses this tour, so that's nice to see. And the Fire Rosa, which is in a pack, and Daisy Farmer too. So we're also probably going to see, well, actually what's interesting is the other Mies. Yeah, let's see what she picked up this tour. Yeah, she picked up the unranked version. So this is more or less what we typically see from Coinbox. Yoshi Gold Egg picked up a paywall in its second tour. But I felt like that was an unprecedented move, which it was naturally, but this is looking now more like we would typically see for Coinbox in their second tour. All right, in terms of the carts, we have the Green Cat Cruiser. I've been very distraught over the value this thing picked up, right? It was new on my account. I pulled it from a freebie. It was the first new debuting item I've ever pulled on my account, ever, mind you. And it was like probably the worst one in history. And I was telling everyone it's got to wait to get green themed courses, right? So I guess this is one of those green themed courses. So here it is. So we're already set up with Top Shelf here, and we're already set up with the glider as well. So actually, this is ironic, folks. You smashed the like button for me, which is fantastic. But I wouldn't actually need to pull on this pipe. Go figure, right? I have all Top Shelf, and I wonder how deliberate of a move that is on their part to make it a bit more accessible. Because a lot of these options have been, well, I suppose it's really just this Candlelight Flight glider, which, if I'm not mistaken, is in the standard pool. You can correct me in the comments if that is not the case. But yeah, actually, let's just go ahead and do the run now. Let's see what this track is all about. Oh, it's so good to see the tokens back on the course. Whoa, okay, that's unique. Kind of reminds me a lot, actually, of Koopa Cape. So we can do the jump boost through the middle. There's a Goomba hazard, okay. So we get the dash panel, the jump boost. I don't know which way I'm going on here, but maybe we'll get some good frenzy action. Oh no, but we got a single lightning. I don't think I've ever pulled one of those in one of these videos. I'm usually not in 8th place to pick it up, so you could do a lot of stuff here. So many areas to trick off of, and unfortunately I didn't get the lightning hit on the Funky Kong there, but actually I'm kind of happy that I didn't hit the Funky Kong. Can we take the shortcut through that? Yes, we can. Look at that. We're in first place already, folks. Yeah, wow. I wonder if you can get both item boxes there. Probably not, but maybe somebody could finagle it. Just a thought here going through this. Oh wow. Imagine if this was like an actual typical mainline Mario Kart experience. I would have just gone completely off-road, and I would have had a Lakitu come and rescue me on that one. Mistimed my shroom usage on that. Unfortunate, but maybe we can pick up some Lucky 7 action here. Yes, we did. Look at that. Alright, so gets us through the shortcut once again. That's going to be cute in multiplayer. What do you think? Alright, so 12-7 on a first run. That was very, very sloppy, but I'm impressed. I think that there's a lot of stuff to do. I think this is going to be one where mastering the lines is going to be a lot of fun. Love the aesthetic of it. It has great variation. So all in all, I'd say this one is a win for sure. Alright, let's see what else I have going on in this Ranked Cup, and then we'll take a look at week 2, and then we might dip into the pipe a little bit. Okie dokie, so only the top one, and that's it, only if you're above tier 50. So if you're a newer player, then you can't have access to this PD suit just yet, but they've made most of them available. The only ones that haven't still are the coin block me racing suit, as well as what was it, the King Boo me racing suit? I know one of the other ones, I think it was. So here we go. We have the Rosa up to level 2, the Carrot Cart, and the Magic Parasol, which was in the pack with Fire Roses. So we have all top shelf, but nothing great. And this is not a Kong ranked week either, so I'm not really feeling it for this one. But we do have King Boo in the top shelf here, so that's interesting. I've been waiting to take him up to level 8, probably for quite a long time there. So yeah, this was the level 3 unlock track, it appears. And then we have this Birthday Girl, which is very good for Dixie Kong on Daisy Hills R. So definitely, I don't know how far I can push this. I think I can go up to level 7, but probably not to level 8, considering that's 40 tickets, and I still haven't recovered from that yet. And then here, oh my goodness. So this is in the tier shop, and this could be, I probably have a lot more normal tickets. Yeah, I have 83, so I could potentially max that out even. Wow. So this could be an 7, 8 loadout potentially. So even without the Kong, this is how it kind of reminds me of my early free-to-play days. King Boo was my investment complement to the Kongs. Had no overlap and would often carry me on weeks when like Dixie Kong wasn't in play. So fantastic to see King Boo getting the love, and I really like that for thematic purposes because it goes with Petey Piranha, so they're both teammates once again in this ranked cup. So I'd imagine 2 over is the week 2's ranked mode. We would have Ghost Valley 1 RT. And would you look at that? King Boo is back at it again. This is a very concerted effort on their part. I'm very comfortable in assessing it to be that way. Then we have the Crowley Cart, as well as, ooh, the Mushroom Glider. Wow, that's a much stronger loadout even. Interesting. And then let's just take a look at the Mario Circuit 2 RT. Yeah, this one I don't have such good coverage on. This was actually in the last tour, so I'd go with Classic Mario. I have that Red Bee Dasher and this Super Glider here. So it's a 3-5-4 loadout. And then what would the T-Track look like? Because we know that Petey Piranha won't cover that. And I do not have any coverage here, so that is not so hot. But again, the other set of recent options, we have a Peach here, Volendam is there, as well as White Birdo, and Golf Mario as well. Middle shelf coin box, and you'd want to go with the heavyweight in this case. Here, the Tropical Truck got the buff, as well as a bunch of these other new options, and the Yellow Off-Roader would be my option here, massive sized hitbox. And then the glider would save me here, but I think week 1 is probably my opportunity to go in for the PD suit. We'll have to see how ranked mode pans out on that, of course, because there's no Kong in play. But you know, we did that sandbag for week 2 last week, so generally speaking, that should really help out with my estimates in terms of what kind of opponents I can expect to see. So let's go ahead and do this run. Very classy loadout from my gal here. Kind of felt like the normal version was much of a normal variant itself, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of modifications were made to the trick variant, what that will do for the action count potential. I might actually keep the score low on this in the event that I would want to sandbag to set myself up for week 1 of the next tour. So here we go. All right, so pick up a Mega Shroom. Interesting. So we've got a lot more artificial jump boosts here. Gonna go for that token. Yeah, a couple extra jump boosts baked into it, but for the most part, it looks like you could take a jump boost there, which we did. It's very similar, I have to say. The modifications are minor, and I wouldn't expect the action count potential to be too much greater, maybe just a little bit greater than that of the normal variant. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of extra stuff to get here, especially when you get like 3 coins with jump boosts here. So yeah, I mean, it does definitely have that extra flavor, but I'd say in terms of trick variants, this one feels like it doesn't move the needle quite as much as other trick tracks, and then it will be interesting to see. I'll go into the reverse variant after this to see if that one feels the most unique of all. It often does. I really do feel like those R versions are some of the best in terms of showcasing just how much fun Mario Kart Tour is to play and how unique it is in comparison then to other mainline Mario Kart games. So here we go. We're going to take a little bit of multiplayer lanes. I'm going to dodge all those extra actions, see what we can set up here for the final stretch. Anywhere I can shortcut. Yeah, so the shortcut is still good here. Let's take it and see what we can have happen. So 3rd place, which probably suits my goals very well. Yes, for that potential sandbag. Let's see if that will get all the grand stars though. That will determine if I have to do this again, even if the sandbag is in effect. So yeah, 13-2 is going to be required. So I'll go ahead and do that again off camera. But let's go ahead and race in the R version and see what that is all about, because the R ones often have some of the most unique features. You know, Coconut Mall really comes to mind as one of the ones that really, there it is, Coconut Mall R. So here we go. Let's see what got the buffs. Wow, Polling Party Time got the buff for this one too. And we already saw it, Daisy Tie Dress is in the mix there. Pichu Kata got several buffs. Wow, that's huge, folks. The yellow off-roader gains more value, and what do you know? This will likely put it back into the optimal combination for cards over that of the Tiger Bruiser. I had informed you folks out there, the Tiger Bruiser replaced the yellow off-roader in terms of optimal combinations. This likely takes it back. It's a very strong buff for this card, so we love to see it since it's one that I'm personally invested into heavily. And yeah, I'm kind of hyped up to try this one out now. That's pretty cool. I'm sure a lot of you smiled when you saw the top shelf loadout for that. Yes, this looks very cool. I love to see it from this angle. Fantastic. All right, it has a Goomba cutout from that side. Okay, I see what they're doing there. Wow, glider section. Oh, this is lovely. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna hit this Piranha Plant there. Fantastic. I missed the jump boost to get up there, but wow, this is cool. 2 rows of coins. Fantastic. We have an air vent. Trying to get these green tokens. So this section in here feels more or less the same, which I mean it generally would, but I really love this section as we come out of this just to see what's different. So this is pretty much the same. It's really just this beginning stretch here with the glider section, and we get the coin box frenzy through the glider section. That's not a good way to show it off there, but actually we do, we're able to grind down to the ground on that. Picked up a lot of green tokens actually, thanks to the massive size hitbox of heavyweight coin box driver along with the yellow off-roader, but oof, we took some punishment on that, didn't we? Alright. Wow, the bots feel very vicious on this, I gotta say, on pretty much all of these variants. And that's something that's a common criticism that players have of how they experience Mario Kart Tour. But once again, as you continue to play the courses, the The badge bots, as they were, the ones that are more likely to take the aggressive lines, will come through. Wow, I finished in 8th place. I don't think that's ever happened to me on a first run before. My goodness. Oh, that's the case. That's Mario Kart Tour for you, right, folks? Anyway, managed to get all the grand stars still, thanks to the yellow off-roader on that. Anyway, that's pretty funny. So let's see, what else is there to pick up? Oh, today's challenge, right? That should give us enough grand stars for the first free pipe. Maybe we can pick up some more rubies in addition to that. So let's go into it. Today's challenge, we have the King Boomy racing suit, which I love. I think it's fantastic. It's probably my favorite one, aesthetically speaking. All right. Just gonna go entirely for these green tokens because I've had trouble completely clearing out the token shops as of late. There we go, Coin Frenzy, and we can go off-road to pick up these two here and get these two. Fantastic. Since we were still in Frenzy, we actually got the hit on the train instead of the usual jump boost that we would get otherwise. Sand made me drop the combo, but that's alright. Yeah, we're gonna go off-road. I really want those 2 tokens. Alright, there you have it. Be checking our resource counts to see if we can get a clue for what we're pulling here. So we have 88,815 and 4021. 5 rubies! Oh, right. They want me to pull on the pipe. Well, let's just go right into it. Fantastic. All right, so let's go over here, and first we'll pick up whatever rewards that we can here. Coins. All right, first freebie time, and then we'll go from there. Should you folks pull on this pipe? Well, it is an original character being brought to Mario Kart Tour, so I think if you're on the fence, maybe let that push you over the top to convince you that Petey Piranha is worth pulling on. Otherwise, you know, use your normal means for determining how you approach the game, what's fun for you, and what's manageable from a resource and budgetary standpoint. Remember, this is a 100 pipe, so if you want to guarantee a chance for Petey Piranha, you'll need 450 rubies. Okay, if you have that, then there's no way, unless you intentionally try not to get him, that you will fail in doing so. But if you don't have 450 rubies, Petey Piranha is going to be made available again, and this is a situation where, you know, we've seen it with things like Nabbit, Charge and Chuck, where, you know, if you really want this character, you could pour in, you know, $40 after $40 into these packs in order to just get 90 rubies at a clip, or, you know, wait for it to come into a single $40 pack, right? As was the case for Charge and Chuck. And certainly, you know, Nabbit eventually made his way to the pipe, and now he's in the standard pool. So think about things in terms of that. My first pipe here is green. All right. So a Baby Rosa getting a normal out of the pipe, which is great actually, because I'm going to be doing pipe pulls. I can't believe I'm saying it even, but thank you so much for the support on the last video. Let's check out to see where we're at here. with my like there, it goes such a long way in supporting the channel. I'm just a small content creator here, and I do all of this for you, the audience out there, and it means the world to have your support by subscribing to the channel and clicking a like on each video. Really, the passion that I feel from the community presents all the excitement in the world for me. And I'm as optimistic as ever about the future for Mario Kart Tour and all the fun that we can have along the way in doing so. So with that out of the way, let me just fire off a YOLO tenor in the reaction. That's insane, I know, right? I've never done this before. So let's go into it. Let's manifest the gold luck. Come on. Can we get the Petey Piranha now? That would be fantastic. Oh, I would love it. Let's go. We have a gold pipe. All right. All right. We're in the money, folks. Such a good feeling. But again, it's only a 1 in 6 chance of this being Petey Piranha, in which case we might have to go deeper. We got over the 200 likes, so I'm going in for Petey. We'll have to see how things play out to go for the whole set. It might just be the case, 1 in 3 chance, right, that Petey could be the final of the spotlight items, and then I could end up with the full set anyway, but that is not a guarantee, and in all likelihood, he won't be the last. So let's just go into it and see what we get. Koopa Troopa to get back into the action. All right. Oh, we got a lot of normals. It feels like token shop pipes, right? No red tickets though. No, this is the equivalent of red tickets, folks. Oh, we get the pipe frame out of the way. Another red glider ticket. All right, so we pick up some coins. That's cool. All normals though so far. I wonder what the high end's gonna be. We're getting down there. All right, we picked up the Wario. Yes, we picked up the cart. This was the one item that, out of the whole spotlight set, I was like, okay, I hope I do get the cart as well. Kind of gives me flashbacks to the Kamek pipe because I pulled Kamek's Zoom Room in the first 10. And a lot of people were like, oh, you should have reset. But I'm like, no, no, no. We're going for exclusive value on the account, right? Like, you could reset now. Oh, there's still more. Bitty Buggy. All right. Any chance for a double? I don't think so. Yeah, so it's mostly normals, but it's fantastic to pick up the cart in the first tenor. Well, let's just hope that Petey Piranha is not too far at the bottom. So what I will say to all of you is thank you so much for the support. That was a lot of fun, and it's just a taste of what's to come. Stay tuned for the full pipe pull video that will be our quest to get Petey Piranha, and that's all a result of your excitement for wanting to see this character brought to the game. I can't wait to go into that, and as always, I can't thank you enough for all the support out there, and I really truly enjoy sharing this wonderful game with all of you. So many more memories to come, and I do hope that you all enjoy the Piranha Plant Tour. So take care everyone and have a wonderful day.